Brings us to item 2, public comments. At this time, any person may address the board on any subject within the district's jurisdiction which is not on the agenda. However, any non-agenda matter will be referred to staff for a report and/or action at a subsequent board meeting, and no action can be taken on any subject item discussed unless the action has been authorized under section 54954.2 open parentheses, lowercase b, close parentheses of the government code. Any person may also address the board on any agenda matter at the time the matter is discussed, prior to board consideration and action. Speakers are requested to limit comments to 5 minutes. Does anyone like to address the board at this time? Okay. Let's move to item 3, action item. Item A. Discussion and action to adopt resolution 2015-14 ordering the preparation of an engineer's report for the levy and collection of assessments in the landscape and lighting assessment district number 2, zones 12, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 26, 28, 29, 31, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, 42, 43, 45, 47, 48, and 50 for fiscal years 2015/16. Mr. Perez.
Yes, as you'll recall, we in the last meeting we took up the issue of the street lights, which were the ones that had already been approved by vote and had been on the tax rolls. The board approved moving forward with continuing that. This is just a continuation of that approval. The 2 resolutions before you will require the board to adopt the resolutions, which is the authority for the county of Kern to go ahead and levy the taxes. It's a levying and engineer's report on the resolution, and it would be recommended that your board continue with the positive and through. Actually, it would be item A and B, but you're addressing A at this time. So a recommendation to approve, have discussion and approve the resolution.
Any discussion?
Real quickly, I just had a question. Are we supposed to do a public hearing on this?
Yeah.
So we just have, it's a Prop 218 hearing, should we just open the hearing for public discussion? Or?
The Prop 218 has already been done. It's been completed last year. This is a levying issue, actually, and the price has gone down and not gone up.
Yeah.
This is one the lights are already on, right?
Correct.
Well, I was just reading this here, and it indicated that the law, including Article 13B of the United Constitution of the State of California, requires the statutes, including Prop 218, that special assessments levy pursuant to landscaping, lighting after 1972 must be based solely on the special benefit properties received for the work of improvement. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Already done.
Last year was the Prop 218 ballot process for all the zones that were developed prior to the 2006 timeframe. All existing street lighting. There were 40 zones, and there's a difference. The way you prove benefit, that you're only paying for your own benefit and not the entire district, was written in the original engineer's report, and that specified that by housing district, when the developer puts forth his new development, there's a 5-digit number that's given. So each development is only paying for their own street lighting.
I understood.
Track maps,
I guess
that type of thing.
Maybe I'm ahead of myself. The resolution we're discussing right now is just ordering the preparation of an engineer's report. Maybe I should ask you on the second part. I do have a question on that, so don't let me lose that question. But I would move that we adopt resolution 2015-14 as presented. That is ordering the preparation of an engineer's report for the levy and collection of assessments in landscape and lighting assessment district number 2, zones 12, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 26, 28, 29, 31, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, 42, 43, 45, 47, 48, and 50 for the fiscal year 2015-16 as stated in the item 3A.
Okay, it's been moved. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Wallace seconds. Any public discussion? Call for the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Mr. President, it's a roll call vote.
It is a roll call vote. President Ed McKay,
Yes.
Vice President Alfred Wallace,
Yes.
Director Byron Glennon,
Yes.
Director Olaf Landsgaard,
Yes.
Director Dennis Shingledecker.
Yes.
The vote is unanimous, 5-0.
Moves us to item B, discussion and action to adopt resolution 2015-15 declaring the intention to levy and collect assessments within the landscaping and lighting assessment district number 2, zones 12, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 26, 28, 29, 31, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, 42, 43, 45, 47, 48, 50 for the fiscal year 2015-16. I would note that there's a resolution number, oh, I'm sorry, it's correct. Discussion.
Public discussion.
No,
Discussion. Well, first, my discussion is, I think the 218 might come into play here. At least we should know for the record that the engineer has prepared a report that shows in section 2 the cost estimates for the various zones. It also shows what they were the year before that. I think in each and every instance, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, the price has gone down sometime in half, sometimes as much as half. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That's exhibit, I guess it's exhibit A. Yeah, if you look at exhibit A, for example, the assessment over all the zones that are mentioned in the resolution, beginning with the first one on zone 12, they went from $16 per year to $8.66 a year, decrease of $7.40. There's some that had larger amounts assessed to them based on the enews, and those went down a proportionate amount, for example, from $204.76 to $110.54. I'm looking at every one of these zones. There, a resolution states that we have these available for the public, and they're part of it, part of the record here. But I want to make sure that people know that. And the next one goes from $22 to $8.64, a decrease of $14.28. Zone 17, a decrease of $15.68. Zone 18, a decrease of $18.74. And I'm not going to bore you with the rest of it. Suffice to say, they're all in that same general range of decreases: $22, $23.98, $18.47, and such. So that what we're voting on here today, if you were to pass this, would include the public's ability to look at this, and we are making a determination based on these numbers are enough to benefit the places that are benefiting from the streetlights are paying for the streetlights. It's only costing them $16.42 a parcel. In some areas where before the year before that had been $34.28 for example, and so 19. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I might add to your concern about the 218. If you look on page 5 under tab 2, under section 2. At the bottom of the page where it says Zone 18, historical information, all zones are similar to this. The numbers differ, but they're similar. You'll see in the second column after the fiscal year where it says maximum assessment. In that first year that they were assessed in 2014-15, the maximum assessment was $37.11. Under the Prop 218 hearing, that was adopted as the maximum assessment. We don't have to go back each year and do a 218 because the maximum assessment If it's, if the assessment is increased, we have to come back to the board for that. But in this case, we're not coming back to the board to raise the maximum assessment. We're coming back merely to levy the assessment that has already been approved.
Okay,
May I add to that, Steve?
Yes?
Okay, when the original engineer's report was written, and that was by Boyle Engineering when the district was formed, the annual CPI for Los Angeles County, Riverside County, Orange County, year-over-year change, and we use the month of March so that we can fit into the county's time frame every year. We are allowed to increase, and we do, on paper, increase by the current year's CPI, everyone's max tax. We only charge what's required. The max is very beneficial if, for instance, Southern California Edison had a horrendous spike. Then hopefully over the years you have increased enough so that you don't have to go back to a Prop 218. The raising every year by CPI continues, and if, let's just say, 4 years from now, they do have a spike, but we have had 5 years of CPI increasing. And hopefully that's enough to cover what is required to pay the bill.
Right. The other thing I'd like to point out, which this is what we're saying, the board is saying, section 1 under findings of the second resolution is the board of directors finds that the recitals above that are true and correct, and more importantly, it says the amounts of the assessments to be levied on the assessable parcels for fiscal year 2015-16, as set forth in the report, have been determined by the engineer based on the assessable parcels estimated cost of the operation, servicing, and maintenance of public lighting facilities during the fiscal year. We also find this true in section D, that the assessments are based on special benefit conferred upon each such parcel from the payment of the cost of operation, including servicing, maintenance of public lighting facilities. And we find this true, the proportionate special benefit derived by each such parcel has been determined in relation to the entirety of the cost of the operation, servicing, and maintenance of public lighting facilities. That's correct, right?
Correct.
That's what we're doing here. We're saying that this is what we need, and that's what we're signing up.
I make a motion to adopt resolution 2015-15.
Mr. Lyman makes a motion.
I'll second.
Okay. I think Mr. Wallace has to be. Okay. Any public discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the question. All those in favor, roll call.
Roll call. President McKay?
Yes.
Vice President Wallace?
Yes.
Director Glennon?
Yes.
Director Landsgaard?
Yes.
Director Shingledeck? Yes. Unanimous 5-0.
Thank you. Okay. That brings us to item 12, adjournment. Entertain a motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to make adjournment.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Shingledecker seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it, 5-0. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming tonight. The meeting is adjourned.